Hey everyone, I hope you all are safe and doing good. So in the series of learning Python programming language, in the previous video we have seen what are packages in Python, like how to create your own package, right? So in this video we'll see this line in Python. I hope you have seen this line, if underscore underscore name underscore underscore equal to underscore underscore main underscore underscore, right? Maybe if you are reading like other people's code, then you must have seen this line, I guess, or if you were reading the documentation or somewhere, right? This thing you have seen. But what does this mean? What is this name main line or this idiom, right? Why we use this? And till now we haven't used this line in our, like till now we have completed almost 109 lectures and we haven't used this line. So we were writing obviously programs, we were working on project, we have created our own project, maybe I think 8 or 9 project, but we haven't used this line till now, right? So when should we use this line and what is need of this line, this idiom, right? This thing we will see in this video with the help of program. I will show you, right? Now let's take one example. So let's create a new file here and I'm just writing like maybe demo underscore name main, okay, .py. So you can see it's just a file, or we can say it's a module also, right? When you import this file into another file, then it's like it acts as a module, right? So this .py file is, you can say it's a module also. So we have this file, right? And in this file I'm going to write something. Suppose I'm just printing like maybe hi, that's it. And if you run this, obviously it will print hi. So how the Python interpreter works: whenever you run a file, whenever the Python interpreter accepts a file, then first of all it sets some special variables for that file, and underscore underscore name underscore underscore is that special variable, one of that special variable. It's kind, you can say it's a built-in variable, right? So that is being set by the Python interpreter before running this file, right? So if I click on this, see Python console and see these special variables. In this side you can see the special variables here. So see the name, this variable is set to underscore underscore main underscore underscore with this str, with this string, right? Or directly if you want to check out for this namespace for this file, what are the special variables, or you can say properties of this thing, with the help of dir function we have that, will show you. So just print dir, see hi, and here you will get this variable underscore underscore name underscore underscore, right? And dir is basically a special function. If you pass any object here, any object, like you can pass a class object, a list, a tuple, a set, or anything, then related to that object it will show all the properties, all the attributes, methods of that object, right? But we are not passing anything because that thing is optional. If you don't pass anything, then for this namespace, for this local namespace, what are those special variables or methods or attributes or the properties that it will show you, right, for this file. So one is, I have shown you, that is name. So if you print here this name variable, then see main, it is assigned a string main, because we are directly running this module or this file, right, as a script. Directly we are running this, right? Now second case is what? Now in this case this name variable is assigned a value main, right? Now if you create another file, let's create another file. So this is our file, we don't have anything in this file, right? And if we import our previous module in this file, import this demo name main, right? And we are not printing anything here, just here we are printing this name value of this name special variable. So now let's run this demo1 file, right? Let's run this. This time the name is, it is importing demo name main. So demo name main we are having hi, so it will print hi, but the name variable is assigned a value demo underscore name main, the name of the module, right? So when you are importing a file, then that this name is assigned the value name of that particular module. When you are running this directly, then it will assign main. When you are importing this module into another module, then it will assign the value to this name variable, the name of that particular module. I hope you got this thing, right? Because now, see, now if directly I run this demo file, then it will show main. Means we are running the main script or the original script directly. But through another file, if you are running this file, through this demo1 file, I am running demo file by importing. Then this, the name variable will be assigned the name of that module, right? I hope you got this thing. What is this name variable and when it is assigned main and when it is assigned these kind of thing, right? This is clear to you guys, I guess. And if in this demo1 file also, if I print this name variable, then what do you think? What would be the output? Just pause the video and let me know in comment section. So let's run this and I'll show you the output. See, hi, first this file name, then main. Why this name is printing? Main is assigned value main, because we are directly running demo1, but we are running indirectly demo file. That is why this name will print the name of that module, but directly we are running demo1, so it is assigning this name to main, right? I hope you got this difference. Now let's come to that idiom we use, that if statement. Okay, suppose in this file let's define a function as well. So like this we have, like in print I have written a line, this is demo underscore name main, the name of that file. We have a function display, it will just take the name and it will return the name, right? Then we have any function like do something, this function is doing something. Just simple example I'm going to take, and suppose we are running this thing, we are taking input using input function, and in this display simply we are passing name, right? And then I'm calling this do something function also, right? So if I run this demo, then see, this is demo name main.py, enter your name, I am just entering like Jenny. This function is doing something. Oh, it is not returning Jenny because we are not printing anything. So you have to print this display name, because the function is returning my name, so you have to accept and you have to print like the output, whatever the output it will give you. So Jenny, see Jenny, and this function is doing something. So Jenny for this and do something like this. In demo1, let's import this and let's just print this line and let's run this. See, still it is printing this is demo name main, but we are running this demo1 file and we are printing this is demo1.name main, but it is printing demo.name main. So maybe you are thinking what the hell is going on here, right? And it is asking enter your name, but I don't have anything like this in my file. I am just going to print the simple line. So enter your name, let's run like Jenny, this function is doing something, and this is now demo1.name main.py file. So I hope you got this, why this is happening, because we are importing demo file. Whatever is this in demo file, definitely the line which are having zero indentation, definitely these are imported by default. It is going to run, right? And the function is running because we are calling this function in this demo file and we are importing this demo file, so definitely these are going to run. So in this case, what we can do, like we want something some functions or some lines or some statements to be executed when we run this file only as a script, as a stand-alone script. When other module import this module, demo module, then those functions or those statements should not be executed, right? So I want to put these kind of restriction. So is there any way? Yes, we can do this with the help of that clause or with the help of that idiom. We can put this thing like we can put here if, because we know when you run this demo as a standalone script, when you run this directly, then the value of this name variable is main. We know this. So you can use this condition here. So if this value of this special variable is underscore underscore main underscore underscore, then first this line should be printed here, like this is demo file when you run this directly, right? And then only it should ask for my name, then only it would display, it would run this, and suppose then only it would call this function as well, right? Now I have modified this thing. Now in demo 1 I have this line only. So now let's run demo 1 directly. See, this time you will get only this is demo 1 name.py file. Now I am fine because we have written only one file here, right? So now, okay. Now obviously what is the use of importing this demo.name in file? Now one thing is why we need this idiom or this line, this if name.main line. Maybe you are thinking if you are from that C++ Java background, then there is a main function that is, you can say, entry point of your program. When you run that, then the control will go to the main function and from there the execution would be started. So maybe you are thinking this is kind of main function. No. In Python, we don't have any like main functions. We simply write our code from the first line, right? And the interpreter will run that, will execute the code line by line directly, right? So now this is simply, it's like that conditional statement. If this condition is true, then whatever you will write here, that will be executed. You can write down else block also. That is also fine. Suppose if you want that this display function would be executed if you run this directly, but this do something would be executed when you import that. So out of this, if else, you can call this do something, right? But here one more problem is, let's run this demo 1 file now. Let's run this and see. This function is doing something. This is demo 1, this line, right? And that was the previous function. But now I have told, like in demo file, the file which I'm importing, there is a function do something. So you can call that function here. Definitely to execute that function, what we think, we have to call that function. So have to call the name of that module dot do something, that function, right? So let's run this. But this time this function is doing something, then this line, then again this function is doing something. Means 2 times it is printing whatever is there in do something. But I am just calling this function only just 1 time. Then why 2 times? Because in demo also we are calling this function. So one way is, what you can do, we can just first thing we can just comment this out. And then we run this. Only 1 time it will show the output, but obviously that is not a good idea. But when we run the script, that time also I want to call this function, then you have to uncomment this thing. But definitely it's not like that we are going to comment and uncomment this again and again, right? So one idea is you can just put this here, right? So if this is main, then it would be called, and if you want to call this function in another module also, then you can call it like this, the name of that module dot do something. Let's run this, and now only 1 time it is going to call, right? Because this calling is when the name would be main. Means when we directly run this file, then only this function would be called, right? So we use this kind of idiom when you have a script, or you are writing a module that you think would be, you will run that module as a standalone script, as well as other modules are going to import your module. Then you can use this idiom, right, to make sure that these kind of functions or these statements or these things should be executed only when you run your script as a standalone script directly, right? Then in the main clause, name main clause, you can write down those things. You want that these things should not be executed when someone is going to import your module, right? I hope you are getting my point. Like when you are working on a library, you are creating a library, so definitely you are going to publish and other users are going to use your library, right? But in that library, obviously you want to run that library as a standalone script also. If that library suppose is containing some unit test, then you will run that library as a standalone script, as well as others are going to use your library, right? But you want that those tests should be executed only when you run your library, your program, your module as a standalone script. So you can put those things in this name main clause, right? So these things will not be executed when you import this file. So we can use this if name main idiom below to allow or to prevent parts of code from being executed when the modules are imported, right? Or one more use of this thing is what? If you want to modify, if I run this, if I run this script directly, then it should ask me enter your name, right? But if I import this file and if I run this, if I call, or if I call this display, then it shouldn't ask from the user. Means we are going to tell this demo one that there is a function display. As a parameter you have to pass your name. It is going to print your name, right? So here that is the thing. So this is demo one file and we are calling, not suppose this do something, let's call dot display, okay, and just pass your name here only. So like my name is maybe like Viansh. Let's run this. See, okay, it is not printing the name because obviously you have to write down print. हमेशा मैं भूल जाती हूँ यार ये print. Let's run this. See, this is demo one file and Viansh it is printing, right? So if you are running this display function from this demo one, then it will not ask for user input. You have to pass your name directly as a argument, right? But if you run this function directly, you want that it should ask from you your name, then it will print your name. So that thing that you can take input from the user in this name main clause. So if you run this directly demo, then see it is asking you your name. So I just want to print my name Jenny and like this, right? So like this, if you modify this kind of thing, if you want to take input from the user when you run your script as a standalone, but when someone is going to import your module, then it shouldn't ask from user input. You have to pass as an argument that thing. So this modification, this kind of modification we can do with this name main idiom, right? So this is one more, you can say, application of this name main clause or this idiom. Now one question may be, how many this name main if this clause we can put in a program? More than one can we put? Yes, you can put more than one this type of thing, this line. But I guess that would be a little bit weird. Only one would be sufficient. But if you want, you can put. This Python language is not going to restrict you. Fine. This is like same kind of thing. If you relate this with real life example, like maybe in your house you have some kind of almirah, right? There you have your valuable items or your money and like this, and you have locked that thing and you have the key, the owner have the key. And so now if you are the owner and you want to access that money or that thing, obviously you have the key and you can access those things. But sometimes it happens like maybe there is some party or something, some guests are coming to your home, so maybe they are staying for 2 to 3 days or like this, right? So definitely they are not owner and they are not allowed to access that almirah or those money or those valuable items, right? Because they are not having key. So that kind of thing. So if you want to restrict something, if you want that this kind of thing, these kind of lines, these kind of statements, these things would be executed only when you run this thing directly, then you can put that thing in this name main clause, name main idiom, right? Now suppose I put a line here. It's not in any function or in this clause, it's just with a 0 indentation. This line would be run every time. So if you directly run this demo, then also you can see this line would be run every time. So this line is here, right? And if you run this from demo 1, then also you can see this line would be run every time, right? So the line with the 0 indentation, definitely that would be executed whenever you import that module. So all those lines would be executed directly, right? If you put that line in any function, then that line would be executed only when you call that function, right? That is for sure. Or if you print this line within this clause here, now run demo 1 and see that line is in now, because here within this name main clause, so this line would not be executed, right? I hope you got now the idea of what is this name main clause, when we should use this, and what is use of this name main idiom in Python, right? So now that's it for this video. Now I'll see you in the next tutorial. Then bye bye, take care.